Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and in this video, Bitcoin broke down from this head and shoulders pattern exactly as I predicted in my last video. I recorded my last video that I uploaded just yesterday on the channel at around here, and I said in that video, if we break below this support line, then we will get a leg to the downside and come down towards this price target. And once again, that's exactly what's happened. And obviously, we found support in around these areas just here, and so far gotten a massive bounce. And we've head up towards this resistance level coming in right here. Now we're just about to potentially break above this resistance level. So if you want to know my next Bitcoin price targets, make sure you're watching this whole video because I'm just about to tell you my exact Bitcoin price targets. And also later in this video, I will be showing you my Ethereum price targets as well. And towards the end of this video, just like last video, I'll be including some of your favorite altcoins that you suggested in the comment section on my last video. So once again, if you go down in the comments and let me know your favorite altcoin, if a whole bunch of you are commenting the same sort of altcoins, then I'll be sure to cover those altcoins in these videos. So obviously make sure you're watching this video all the way through so you're not missing out on any of this valuable information. But yeah, if all of that sounds good to you, then please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of my future videos. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos every single day to try and help you make money in crypto. So if you could just spend a couple seconds to click like and subscribe down below, that really helps out the channel a lot and I appreciate it so much. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 1 hour chart. And yeah, once again, just quickly recapping last video, as you can see here, I recorded my last video at around here and I said that Bitcoin was currently forming this small head and shoulders pattern. And I'll let you know if Bitcoin breaks below this neckline, then we will be heading down to this price target down here. And now if I measure out the price target for this head and shoulders, as you can see in my last video, I did actually say that the technical price target for this head and shoulders is down here at about 46,500. And as you can see here, we fell slightly short of that target. So we came down to a low of around 47,000. So we got pretty close to my price target. But yeah, this played out pretty much exactly as I expected in my last video. And yeah, so far we've seen some massive support coming in at 47K and we've obviously head back to the upside. Now, as of right now in the immediate short term, we have seen a small little uptick of volume that has exceeded this lower levels of volume down here. But yeah, once again, I'd prefer to see some more volume, even if we see a spike like this, especially if we see a big spike like this on the chart in the volume. And yeah, that's step number one to confirming if a breakout is real. The second step, once again, that I use to confirm that a breakout is real is to pay attention for a retest for support. So obviously the 50K level is resistance, but if we break above that level, come back down to 50,000 and get a bounce off that level, which is confirming it as support, then that there is extremely bullish. And that basically confirms that we have broken out and that we're going to get ready for our next big leg to the upside. There's some massive resistance coming in at this 51K level due to these massive rejections that we saw back at this level just here. Around the 24th to the 25th of February, that's where we saw some massive rejections off this 51K level. And just zooming further back out towards the middle of February, as you can see here, we saw some massive support off this 51K level. And now this blue line, the 51K level, once again, that isn't just a significant level for Bitcoin because of the previous price history. If I just draw out the Fibonacci retracement tool on the chart from the all-time high up at around 58K down to this low that we recently saw around 43K, as you can see here, just zooming in a little bit, there's a big Fibonacci level coming in on the charts right here, and that's the 50% Fibonacci level. And once again, this is coming in at just above 51,000 US dollars. And now if we are super bullish within the next 24 hours and we end up breaking through that 51K level, I would immediately be targeting this red line as my final resistance before we reach our all-time high for Bitcoin. Now this red line just here on the chart is coming in at exactly 53,000 US dollars. And the reason why I've placed that there on the chart is simply because, as you can see here, we've got the 61.8% Fibonacci level coming in at exactly 53,000 US dollars. And if you don't already know, I said this in my last few videos, but for all of the new viewers on the channel, the 61.8% Fibonacci level is pretty much the most important Fibonacci level out of all of the Fibonacci levels. The 61.8% Fibonacci level usually acts as like a magnet for the Bitcoin price, and it also has a say in the trend for Bitcoin in the short term. Okay, literally as I'm recording this video, Bitcoin is getting this breakout on the chart. And at this rate, by the time I finish this video, we could possibly be at this next resistance level. But it's still obviously important to pay attention to this video so that you know the next levels to watch out for to the upside, and so that you also know that these previous resistance levels on the chart are now flipped as supports. Because if you don't already know, once Bitcoin gets above a resistance level, usually that level becomes support. So now if the price ended up coming back down, it's likely that we do get supported by those previous resistance levels. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, the final big level of resistance before the all-time high is once again at 53k because of that 61.8% Fibonacci level. Technically, we do have one last Fibonacci level, which is the 78.6% Fibonacci level, coming in at around 55,000 US dollars. So look, we could see a bit of resistance coming in at around 55k, but I hold much more significance for the 61.8% Fibonacci level. But yeah, really, once again, if we get above 53k, I would immediately pretty much be targeting the all-time high, which by the way is coming in at just above 58,000 US dollars. And obviously at the all-time high, we're gonna see a bit of resistance at around that level, because obviously that's where we topped out last time. So that is a confirmed resistance level on the chart. But yeah, if I just zoom out to the 2-hour chart, as you can see here, if I draw out this neckline just here, Bitcoin is potentially now completing this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I've been talking about for 2 days. I was one of the first people on YouTube to let you guys know that this inverse head and shoulders pattern was forming. I said in my last video that we obviously already had this left shoulder, we had the head, and once again, I recorded my last video around here and I said that it's likely that we form the right shoulder, which is exactly what's happened. And so far since then, we've come back up and we're right now testing the important neckline. And yeah, the next few hours for Bitcoin is going to be absolutely crucial for this inverse head and shoulders pattern to play out. So once again, this inverse head and shoulders is now pretty much complete, but it is not confirmed because we haven't technically seen the breakout, but it could happen literally any moment right now. So once again, this neckline right here is pretty much coming in at around the current price. It's coming in at around 50,900. Let's just say 51k, because that kind of ties in with this resistance level as well. As you can see on the chart, the volume for Bitcoin has been trending to the downside over the past week or so. So that lets us know that a big move is coming very soon. And once again, this is a bullish pattern, and I'll tell you the exact technical price targets for this pattern if we break out to the upside. If we break the neckline at around 51k, the price target for this inverse head and shoulders is coming in at around 56,500 US dollars. So from the current price up to that target, that's an 11% move to the upside, which is a massive move, obviously. So yeah, once again, a Bitcoin breakout is imminent. It could happen any moment now. And yeah, it's incredibly important to keep an eye on those exact levels that I just let you guys know. All right, now here we are on the Ethereum US dollar chart. We're on the 2-hour chart for Ethereum. And as you can see here, Ethereum is currently forming a very similar pattern to what Bitcoin's forming. Now on the Ethereum charts, as you can see, the left shoulder just here on this inverse head and shoulders obviously doesn't look as good as what it does on the Bitcoin chart. So obviously this here isn't really a perfect inverse head and shoulders for Ethereum. But I mean, if Bitcoin breaks out to the upside, considering Ethereum is closely correlated to Bitcoin, once again, if Bitcoin breaks to the upside, we're pretty likely that Ethereum is going to follow to the upside as well. And what's interesting is this neckline for the inverse head and shoulders pattern is also coming in confluence with this big resistance level. We got some big resistance at around this level just here, and we also saw some big support come in on the charts just here, once again at the 1600 US dollar level. So this level is a significant level for Ethereum to get above. And once again, Ethereum is right now pretty much running into this exact level and getting a bit of resistance off this level. So the next few hours for Ethereum are crucial to tell where we're going to be heading over the next few days, really. Because if we get kind of a rejection from this level, then I would expect a bit of sideways or downside action over the next few days before we build up some more momentum to retest that level and eventually get a break to the upside. So once again, a rejection right now would kind of set the trends for the next couple of days. But if we break out of this resistance level to the upside within the next few hours, then yeah, that would immediately set a big uptrend for Ethereum within the next few days. And now the technical price targets for this inverse head and shoulders pattern, if I measure that out to the upside, the price target for this pattern is coming in at around 1,850 US dollars per Ethereum. And just bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high down to this low that we just saw, as you can see, this current resistance level at around 1,600 US dollars is also coming in confluence with this Fibonacci level, which is the 38.2% Fibonacci level, coming in at just above 1,600. And the next big Fibonacci level for Ethereum to the upside is of course the 50% Fibonacci level, and that's coming in at this blue line just here, which is currently at $1,700 per Ethereum. And this big Fibonacci level on the chart is also coming in confluence with this massive resistance that we just saw around a week ago now on the Ethereum chart, once again at $1,700. And zooming further out, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, we saw some massive support in around this range, once again at $1,700. So look, if we break above this neckline to the upside, if we break above 1600, we're almost definitely going to be heading up towards 1700 as our next big resistance. And then of course we have the 61.8% Fibonacci level for Ethereum, which is coming in at just below $1,800. And then just above that is obviously the technical price target for this inverse head and shoulders, which once again is coming in at 1850. So honestly, from around 1800 to 1850, up at around that price range there, we will see a bit of volatility, a bit of resistance at around that price. So yeah, that's just something to keep an eye on. Those are my next price targets for Ethereum within the next few days and weeks. And yeah, as soon as we get above all of that resistance coming in at those levels, obviously the final big level of resistance for Ethereum is coming in at the all-time high, which is just above $2,000. We're obviously going to be seeing some big resistance at 2K, because on the chart that's already been confirmed as some big resistance, as you can see. And honestly, I would expect Ethereum to get back towards its all-time high, just like Bitcoin getting back to its all-time high. I would expect Bitcoin and Ethereum to get back to their all-time highs before the end of this month, before the end of March. Obviously, that isn't certain to happen. No one can predict the future 100%, but it's extremely likely that that will happen, because once again, as I've been saying in my previous videos, but for all of the new viewers on the channel, the average correction for Bitcoin and Ethereum during a bull market is about 2 to 3 weeks. And so far we've been in this correction for just over a week, almost 1.5 weeks now. So really we could continue this recovery for another 1 to 2 weeks, and that would still be perfectly normal price action for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So honestly, this entire correction down at these lower prices, I've been using this as a perfect opportunity to get in at these cheap prices for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And all of this crypto that I've accumulated along this correction, I'm going to be holding that for the long term, and I'll keep you guys updated for when I eventually start selling on the channel. But let me tell you, it won't be anytime soon whatsoever. But of course, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you're not missing any of these important updates. All right, now quickly checking out the Cardano US dollar chart. We're on the 2-hour chart, and as you can see here, Cardano is still forming this descending triangle pattern, as I mentioned in my video just yesterday. And once again, the reason why I include a few of these altcoins towards the end of these videos is simply because I take the top altcoins that you guys suggest in the comment section down below, and I simply add them to these videos. Because yeah, once again, I read all of your comments, and if a bunch of you are commenting the same altcoin, for example Cardano, then yeah, I will be sure to include one of those top suggested altcoins in the comment section in a video just like this. But just letting you know, if you comment like 10 or 20 different altcoins and no one else is really mentioning those altcoins as well, it will be hard for me to include all of those in videos if no one else really wants to see those. So yeah, really just comment your favorite or maybe 2 favorite altcoins in the comment section down below. And yeah, once again, I'm just going to kind of pick out the most suggested altcoins for these videos. But yeah, anyway, getting back to Cardano, as you can see here, we're forming a descending triangle pattern. And now descending triangles are famous for being a bearish pattern. So technically it is more likely for Cardano to break to the downside rather than breaking to the upside. But it's worth mentioning that Cardano's price trend is very correlated to a lot of the other top cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So for example, even though Cardano is forming this bearish pattern, Bitcoin and Ethereum are forming that bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum have a massive breakout to the upside, once again, because Cardano is correlated to those top cryptos, then Cardano could potentially see a breakout to the upside. Because even though this is a bearish pattern and it is more likely for this to break to the downside, about 70% of the time this type of pattern breaks to the downside, and about 30% of the time this pattern breaks to the upside. So this can of course still break to the upside, but it's worth mentioning the price targets for both ways, because of course this can be traded in both ways. If Cardano breaks this line of support just here, which is coming in at around $1.18, my Cardano price target for this breakout is coming in at around 89 cents, pretty much 90 US cents. But it's worth mentioning in here that there will be some massive support coming in for Cardano at the $1 level on the chart. As you can see here, we saw some massive support at the $1 level just here. And obviously the $1 level is just a big round number, and it's going to provide a psychological level of support. So in reality, if we do see a break down to the downside, I'll be targeting towards about $1. And now the level of resistance to pay attention to, which by the way, we're pretty much testing the level of resistance right now at the time of recording this video. This resistance level is coming in at pretty much exactly $1.27 for Cardano. And once again, if we break above that resistance level, and once again, I'll be paying attention for the big volume coming in, whether we break to the upside or the downside, it's important that we pay attention to the volume. But yeah, my upside targets, if we break out to the upside, is simply the all-time high for Cardano, which by the way is coming in at around $1.50. All right, now switching over to the Enjin Coin US dollar chart. This was another popular suggestion in the comment section of my last video. A lot of you guys have been suggesting for me to add Enjin Coin to my next few videos. And so once again, that's exactly what I'm doing right here. So yeah, if you have any altcoin suggestions, just comment it down below. But yeah, anyway, we're on the 4-hour chart for Enjin Coin. And by the way, Enjin Coin is one of the top projects out there in the gaming sector when it comes to crypto. But when I'm doing these sort of altcoin reviews in these videos, I'm mostly just going to be covering the price analysis, which is just the technical analysis. I'm not really going to go too in depth of the fundamentals of these altcoins. So if you're looking at investing money into any of these altcoins, it's really important that you do your own research on the actual project itself. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, let's get into the technical analysis for Enjin Coin. As you can see, it's been an absolute top gainer over the past 1 week. It's pretty much doubled in price in the past 7 days. It's bound to cool off sometime soon. That could be, you know, tomorrow. It could be in a week, who knows? But yeah, just a word of warning for you, because the RSI on the 4-hour chart is entering some overbought areas. But in that being said, as you can see here on the chart, Enjin Coin saw a massive breakout from some huge resistance. Pretty much for the last 3 weeks or so, we've been battling this line of resistance. And it was only really about 2 days ago that we actually broke above this massive resistance level. And if you look here, as soon as we broke above the resistance, we saw a massive spike in volume that exceeded previous levels of volume. And in terms of price targets for Enjin Coin, if I go from the tops of these wicks at around 67 cents down to the last low that we had, which was at around 47 cents or so, as you can see here, we've already got above the 1618 Fibonacci level, which was coming in at around 79 cents. At around that exact Fibonacci level just there on the chart, we did see a bit of volatility at that level. So obviously it was significant for Enjin Coin. And the next Fibonacci level for Enjin Coin is the 2618 Fibonacci level. And that there is coming in at around 99 cents. So pretty much $1 for Enjin Coin. So the next potential big resistance level for Enjin Coin is obviously $1. And that's not just because of the Fibonacci level coming in at that price. It's also because that's going to be a big psychological level of resistance. So all in all, Enjin Coin is looking really bullish at the moment, obviously, but just be careful. Please do not FOMO into the pump like this. So yeah, don't be tempted by greed or anything like that. Be smart about your investments. That's just all I have to say. But yeah, that's just about everything for this video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Once again, I put hours of my time every single day into these videos to help you make money in crypto. So if you could just spend a couple seconds to click like and subscribe, it seriously helps out the channel so much. And I really appreciate all of your support on the channel recently. Just thank you so much. And yeah, once again, if you have any feedback, questions, or suggestions for me, let me know in the comment section down below. I try and read and reply to every single one of these comments down below. So if you have anything to say whatsoever, just let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Just be careful, because in the comment section, there can be some scammers down there. Sometimes there's even some scammers out there that try and impersonate my channel. So if you see any comments or replies down there, even if it looks like it's from me, but if that comment or reply contains like a phone number or contact details, like an email, anything like that, please do not contact anyone from the comment section, because it is a scammer. I try and delete those comments as they come in, but they're always coming in and I'm not always online. So just a word of warning for all of you out there. But yeah, that's just about all I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.